We have a tendency of being afraid of ourselves, and that needs to stop. I'm, if you fear yourself, and I'm going to get into that in a moment, why? What is it about yourself you don't like that scares you? What scares you? Genuinely, what scares you in this life? Is it going for that, the person that you want to be the love of your life? Is it trying to take on a new promotion at a job? Is it just going out and meeting new people? Confidence. You may not have it. I know I don't. I genuinely don't. And a lot of the time, most of the time, I'm confident with the things that I do. Like I write poetry, which I want to read to you guys at some point here. I rap, I love talking to people. I I like idle conversation to a degree, but it's like when it makes sense, we're all just chilling. All right, cool. But what really, I like my mind being stimulated, and when it's stimulated by deeper things. Like, who do you want to be in the next 5 years? Like, what are you trying to do with your life? Those are the conversations I like having. Now, for example, when I talk to my mom, because she's a lovely woman, and I attribute a lot of everything, every bit of who I am, a lot of that to her. I find myself enjoying our conversations because I always try to talk about stuff that actually means something. I like conversations about growth, spiritual growth, personal growth, um, how to be there for family, how to be a better support system for people, how to go for what I want. Like these things, how to transform yourself. These are the conversations I love to have. I can talk about like small stuff. I can talk about stuff that makes me laugh. I want to enjoy life, but I also get more joy out of life from talking about the deeper things, the being responsible, ways to change your life. That's what keeps me up at night. That's what keeps me in love with life. It's people and how they think, and something about about a person. And as they get older, you become 20, you learn more. You're 30, you learn more. When you're 40, it feels like you really know yourself. And then when you're 50, you talk a certain way, you walk a certain way. Then you become 60, and then when your whole life is laid bare and everything's all said and done, and there's a legacy that you've left behind, it's like, dang, this person was this person at this point, they're this person at another point. It's like it's that evolution through the years, and how you speak is a little slower. You're not rushing to get somewhere. You're not afraid of yourself anymore. You really know yourself. And that's what I'm trying to get to. And in order to get there, I'm trying to learn how to stop being afraid of myself and just have confidence, real confidence. But the only way I know that the only way I can truly achieve that is through experience. And that means I have to experience a lot of failures and a lot of successes. In order to do that, I have to go out there and try. You have to go out there and try things. And the problem is, it can be daunting, especially if you're kind of like an introvert. And like me, I think I'm a mix of both introvert and extrovert, more so introvert, because I stay with a certain clique of people. I don't really like going out of my way to talk to people, but if people come to me and they talk and I see that they're cool, I'm like one of the most lively guys there, and I'm really trying to keep the atmosphere cool. And that's where I feel the most confident. When I'm also not so in my own brain that I'm not thinking about other people. When I'm in a position where my attention has to be on another person, my brain is there. I am in the present. I'm there. I'm really, really there. And yeah, like the biggest thing, I'm sorry, I keep going on a tangent, but again, I really just want to get off my chest that being afraid of yourself is, like, to me, and I'm trying to avoid it, it's a way to fall backwards. And then I have a tendency where when I fall backwards, I get discouraged and I continue to fall backwards and I get discouraged some more. it's a vicious cycle that plays on itself of self-hatred. Because for me, it's a lot of the time it's because the things I already want, not because other people have it, because I already desire something and I just happen to see it manifest in others. I'm like, dang, man, really wishing I could get it. But then in terms of getting it, I'm afraid of myself. I don't really fully trust myself. And I don't know why. Well, I know why and I don't know why at the same time. Like, I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but I know deep down. And that's enough. And I'm trying to learn to tell myself that the next time I have an opportunity to talk to somebody that I really, that I'm really interested in, or I want to go for an opportunity, I'm going to make sure that I stuff that need to hide myself, that need to hide myself and shrink and holding people on the pedestal out the window. Get rid of that. Throw that out the window and try to just be like, you know what? Even if I get rejected, even if I fall flat on my face, this will give me experience. This will get me to where I need to be. Where I need to be is because of these losses and these wins. At least I tried. At least I tried to do something. Fearing yourself will hold you back. And I'm constantly being reminded of it every day because I am always living in fear of myself. I am my own enemy. We all are our own biggest enemy. And sometimes, no, all the time, that can also be why you're not getting to where you want to be. Don't make excuses for yourself. If you look at your life and realize, okay, there's certain parts of my life I could have reacted a bit better. I could have been more active here. I could have been more thoughtful and less selfish here. I could have really tried to communicate better here. But only take responsibility for things that you are responsible for, as in how you react, because you can't control anyone else. The only thing in this life that you can control is not any situation, it's not any person, it's not the weather. The only thing you can control is your efforts. And your efforts will dictate the outcome. So stop letting what you perceive the outcome to be get in the way of the effort you could be putting in. Focus on what you can do. If you're afraid of yourself, use that fear as motivation, not procrastination. Don't use it as an excuse to not get to where you want to be. Use it to thrust yourself in a situation like, I'm afraid of this thing. Let me do it, because this will make me better. If I can do the things that I've always wanted to do, but I'm afraid to do, I'm going to have to do it. I'm delaying the inevitable. Now I'm going to be dragged into it and I'm not going to feel like it. So let me do it. Let me be responsible for my own happiness, my own peace. Because guess what? No one else, like if people see that you're afraid of yourself, it's easy pickings, easy target. And that's unfortunate, but that's the way the world works. And break that cycle. If it runs in your family, break the cycle. If it runs in just break the cycle. Because if you want to have kids, you want to have a beautiful environment around you, and you really trying to make something of yourself, you don't want that to fester and slip into everything you do and the people you're around. Because then that creates negativity. And that's not what we're about. That's not what we're here for. Being afraid of yourself will cost you. So ways that you can realistically tackle it is to, first of all, figure out why it is you're afraid of yourself. And then, attack that head on, figure that out. And then, even if you got to write it down, write steps down. Like, okay, well, if that's the fear, I'm afraid of myself because I don't like this about myself. Okay, well, if it's an easy fix or if it's something that you can actually fix, okay, well, what can we do to make that better? I need to go talk to people. I need to do this. And you got to practice. Like, I want to go practice making videos and talking to people outside of these things when I'm making videos. But it's hard. Life is hard. It's complicated. It's difficult. It's scary. And you know what? Life is going to be scary, and that's okay. But don't let it scare you away from the things that you desire. Don't let it make you fear yourself so much that you're afraid to look in the mirror. You're afraid to get up because you got to sit with your own thoughts. And then you're around other people trying to distract yourself with the fear. Then you're afraid that your real self might be extremely pathetic. And then you're thinking about it too much. You're overthinking too much. And that's me. Like, I overthink, all right? And I'm telling you this from firsthand experience. And I say this because this is something that we all need to work on. So if you found this video, I hope that it finds you well. Whoever you are watching this, I pray, it don't matter what age you are, I pray that life is good for you. You find love, you find joy, and you cherish it, and you hold on to it for as long as you can so you can find peace and true happiness in your life. I love y'all. I got to get back into work. I'm running a little late on my break. So love y'all. Much love. And take things one day at a time, one step at a time. All right, we're here together. This is where we create a community of people that can really share experiences, and this is what I want to do. So while I'm working, while I'm here, I'm working. While you doing what you're doing, you working. When you hear, if you're watching this video, there's a reason you found it. Hopefully you're working on yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. Don't be discouraged. It's okay to be afraid, but don't dwell in it. And treat people with love and respect no matter how you're treated, because it will pay off. I promise. Y'all have a good one.